maybe.
And we're live.
All right, we are live. What is up? I feel like an idiot right now because we were talking, and then we had some more technical difficulties. So we are again. How are we doing?
I'm doing better than I was before.
Yeah. So actually, now we started 24 seconds. Okay, we are now officially live again on YouTube. We had NHRA, we had Supercross, we had Race of Champions, we had NASCAR in Phoenix. We had a busy weekend.
Extremely busy.
We had,
And good racing all the way around.
yeah. Kurt Busch was in the Race of Champions over the weekend. It's good to see him still doing his thing. Sebastian Loeb won the Race of Champions. NHRA, Gainesville, Saturday, washed out. We had one driver go off on Fox. That was funny.
Yeah, I mean,
All
it,
right.
I don't know what it is with these drivers anymore wanting to go off on media. It's above me on why they want to do this kind of stuff.
Antron Brown is the early favorite for championship number 5. The loss of crew chief Mark Oswald was expected, so Antron Brown and his Matco Tools Top Fuel team didn't really anticipate much of a letdown following their dramatic run to the 2024 Foods Top Fuel title. That being said, even Brown was a bit surprised to be holding the Gator Nationals Wally on Saturday night in at Gainesville Raceway. Not bad for Antoine Brown.
No, I mean he went out on top last year and started on top this year, taking number one seed and winning the Wally. So I mean, can't get much better than that. Plus new crew chief. I mean, it pretty good show there.
Oh yeah. Matt Smith Racing versus Vance and Hines is great theater. Um the math here is simple. Check this out. So the math is simple. There is just one Wally available to the Pro Stock Motorcycle Champion at each event, and the Matt Smith Racing and Vance and Hines teams both want it desperately. In what figures to be the first mini side by side battles this season, Vance and Hines rider Gage Hero continued his mastery of Gainesville by getting his third straight victory in North Florida. Hare and Matt Smith ran within a thousandth of each other in the final round, but Hare was slightly quicker at the starting line. Adding to the drama, Smith's team had trouble starting their bike before the match. Chad Green takes the funny car victory over Ron Capps. Would you have ever seen that would happen?
You know, it's crazy because I that's the one round I watched a couple rounds of it with Funny Car and Chad Green before the semifinals. He he ended up having to swap motors in that car from the block that they had. They had to go to a different block because of
Mm-hmm.
issues they were having, and um, and he came out and won that round, and then turn around and go out and beat Ron Capps like he did. I mean, he ran a 392 at 329. I mean, that's just and it was and he went 392 in the in semis, and then a 392 2 in the semis, and then the 392 1 in the final. So I mean, that car was consistent with how that track
Yep.
was.
Yep. Dan Mercier is a part-time team with full-time ability. Disaster nearly struck for Canadian Dan Mercer when he lost a tire during Friday's Top Fuel qualifying runs. While Mercer ran a 3.79 to motherfucker. I clicked the wrong button, man.
It's all good. We all do that.
Qualifying Saturday's wet weather gave Mercer and crew chief Serge Blanchett more time to assess the situation. The efforts paid off as Mercer scored a win over Trip Tatum. So, despite all the trouble they had, they turned around and brought home a Wally over the weekend.
I mean, that's good there.
Dallas Glenn gets his revenge. Well, sorta. Dallas Glenn will likely win a championship or two at some point in his career, but he'll forever be haunted by the one that got away. Specifically, last November's winner-take-all final round in Pomona that went to teammate Greg Anderson by 0.002 seconds. Revenge is often best served cold for Glenn. Another race against Anderson couldn't come soon enough, and he got his wish in Gainesville final. This time, Glenn was the better driver with the better car. As Anderson rallied the tires, sparring what likely was going to be a whole shot loss, since Glenn was 0.32 second quicker off the line. Since Anderson and Glenn are teammates, technically Anderson is Glenn's boss. That's ironic, isn't it?
Yeah.
There isn't much really animosity between the two. In fact, it's more of good-natured ribbing, and Glenn couldn't resist a crack about old man Anderson after the final round.
That's funny.
It is. Let's see. Let's take a look at your unofficial missions foods point standings. I don't really watch much drag racing, but Antoine Brown leads Top Fuel. Top Fuel is led by Antoine Brown. Let's see where Tony Stewart is 7th in the standings. Funny car. We got okay. Oh, I'm stupid. Chad Green and Ron Capps are 1st and 2nd. Bob Tosca the 3rd. That man was a big part of the weekend. Go ahead and talk about it.
Oh man. I don't have nothing good to say. That one I have nothing good to say. What Tasca had to say in regards to Fox. I mean, Fox covers a multitude of races. Yeah, they go 329 mile an hour in a straight line. IndyCar goes 230, 240 around a closed circuit. So I mean, speed wise, yeah, NHRA is the fastest cars around, but in a closed environment, more or less, IndyCar is a faster deal. So I mean, you're always going to have people on both sides of the spectrum. I mean, I was scrolling Twitter looking at it, and you see where they say, "Oh, Fox sucks," blah blah blah, and it's like, come on, guys, Fox is giving you more coverage than you've had in recent years, and then you're going to have a driver go and say something like that. I mean, that's my 2 cents on it. I mean, I think he should be more thankful that Fox is there covering them and being able to and be appreciative of that. That's just my 2 cents on Tasca. So, but continuing on through the NHRA standings, going to Pro Stock, of course, Dallas Glenn is on top of the board, followed by Greg Anderson, Jake Coughlin Jr., Corey Reed, and Troy Coughlin Jr. That's top 5 there. Pro Stock Motorcycles, top 5, Gage Herrera, Matt Smith, Angie Smith, Chase Van Sant, and Richard Gadsden are the top 5 in Pro Stock Motorcycles.
So the one that's sitting in 6th, Gianna Evaristo, I'm Facebook friends with her. I'm gonna reach out to her and see if she would be interested in coming on this show.
Man, if we have her on the show, we better work on our NHRA prowess here a little bit, you know.
You know what? It is what it is. All right, let's see.
I mean, it's the truth, though.
Supercross. Yes, it is. Indianapolis. All right, let's see. We had Supercross in Indianapolis. Monster Energy. Woo, woo, woo.
You know it. Don't get me start singing the song, too.
Oh, tell me everything you know. That song was always badass.
That was a banger, no matter what you say there. I mean, but Monster Energy.
But we're getting off
Supercross.
topic, so
We are.
Go ahead with Monster Energy Supercross. Go ahead.
Well, they were in Indianapolis, and they had the three classes there: the KTM Juniors, the 250 East-West Showdown, and the 450 main event. Starting with the KTM Junior main event, just gonna hit the top five here. You had Michael Menley, the winner; Gunnar Vaughn second; Oakley Mullins third; Ethan Rideout fourth; and Austin Fader in fifth. Looks like pretty good show there. Just looking here, I mean, and then in the 250 East-West Showdown main event, winner was Seth Hamaker, who had the whole shot win, followed by Thomas Vale, third. That Deegan boy, Hayden Deegan, on the Monster Energy Yamaha. Fourth was RJ Hampshire. Fifth was Cole Davies. And then going to the 450 main event, Cooper Webb took it all, followed by Justin Cooper, Chase Sexton, Justin Baraka, who had the whole shot win, or who had the whole shot, and Aaron Plessinger finished fifth from an Ohio boy on the Red Bull KTM Factory Racing motorcycle. Looks like pretty much the normal front runners were up there. In the 450s, I mean, Ken Rosen finished seventh, which he's one of the bigger names over there now.
Yep,
it's not like
and then
having
you
Ricky
still got
Carmichael in those.
Yep, and then it looks like here that so it looks like the Supercross rounds are going to be ending here soon. They will end round 17. So your upcoming rounds is Birmingham, Seattle, Foxborough, New England Patriot Stadium. Let's go, Dogs. Round 13, Philadelphia. Round 14, East Rutherford at Jet Stadium. Round 15 is in Pittsburgh. 16 is in Denver. And then rounding out round 17 of the Supercross portion of the Supercross, Motocross, you get the picture. Salt Lake City. The World Supercross. That's what I was trying to get at. Let's see. So far, here are your standings. We're breezing through this, man. We're breezing through this, buddy.
Oh yeah.
Your 450 standings. Cooper Webb has a 15-point lead over second place Chase Sexton. Malcolm Stewart is down there in fifth. Your 250 East standings. Tom Viel has a 1-point lead over Max Ascenti. Your Supercross West Series. Hayden Deegan has a 6-point lead over Julian Bomer. In your manufacturing standings, with a 30-point lead over KTM is Yamaha. So season's pretty much the season is well in effect. Following Supercross, you get into the motocross portion of the Supercross World Championships, and that begins May 25th with the Fox Raceway Nationals. And then, of course,
might have to get out to one of these races when it comes close by. I know I'm not too far from Redbud.
huh?
I'm not too far away from Redbud Track and Trail, where we get some motocross action at.
Oh, okay. And then the Supercross World Championship playoffs begin on September 6th in Charlotte, North Carolina at the Charlotte Drag Strip.
That should be fun.
It was fun to watch last year. All right. What else did we have over the weekend? Oh, yeah.
I mean,
NASCAR.
you got
Xfinity.
those big bulky cars.
Which bulky cars?
Those big bulky fendered cars that they call NASCARs.
Oh yeah, you're right. Everett, do we have any latest NASCAR news?
Well, I mean, there's several big pieces of news out there right now. I mean, despite Eric Almirola claiming the thrilling overtime victory in Xfinity Series, NASCAR still plans to race Mexico City despite the rumors to the contrary, stating that they are looking at a backup plan at moving the Mexico City race to Daytona road course because of everything going on.
It was announced today.
NASCAR continues to move forward with its plan to contest a doubleheader weekend.
NASCAR still intends to it, but I understand why that is being discussed because of the safety concerns with the cartel and stuff like that, and everything else going on currently with the U.S. government. So I can understand that. But it was also announced today that, let's see, Las Vegas.
You've got NASCAR's in a holding pattern on the Auto Club Speedway also right now. They want to race in Southern Cal, but they admitted this weekend they're not sure when and where it'll happen. They have considered abandoning the Auto Club Speedway project and just trying to find another facility in Southern Cal to be able to run NASCAR in. But it's on a holding pattern right now. And then your favorite bit of news for the Pennzoil 400, WWE Women's United States Champion Chelsea Green was named the pace car driver for the Pennzoil 400.
Hold on. It goes like this. It goes like this. Chelsea Green. That's so fun to say. And Morgan Freeman is the Grand Marshal. Who would have thought?
I mean, that's beautiful right there. Gentlemen, start your engines. Of course, I can't channel my inner Morgan Freeman. But now we're going ahead of schedule. This is some of the stuff we'd be talking about on the preview show for the weekend. This is the review show, talking about all the dirt out in Phoenix, you know. So let's move on to the Xfinity Series.
Let's do it. But also, it was announced that the Wedge Brothers, featuring Kelly Sheenan, will be the pre-race concert for the Pennzoil 400, whoever the hell that is.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Chelsea Green. That shit's funny though.
Yeet.
I wonder if she's gonna bring her so-called secret, her whatever you call it. All right.
Yeah, well, that's the chat for the WWE.
Let's talk NASCAR, my friend. Main event time. Huh? What was that?
That's for a NASCAR chat, man. We just got to talk about that on a NASCAR chat about Chelsea Green and her Secret Service.
That's it. All right. Eric Almirola takes the Gov X 200 win in an amazing battle with Alex Bowman. Brandon Jones finishes third. Ryan Sieg finishes fourth. Ryan Sieg had a weekend. What a weekend he had. From issues in qualifying to a backup car.
Well, it wasn't even issues in qualifying. It was when he was pulling into his garage stall.
To finishing fourth. Your Xfinity fastest lap winner. Right. Xfinity fast lap winner. Justin Allgaier. Taylor Gray, 6th. Sam Mayer, 7th. Christian X, 8th. Jesse Love, 9th. Nicholas Sanchez, 10th. 11th went to Parker Ratcliffe. Josh Williams, 12th. William Solowich, who was also our 4-wide media driver of the race, finished 13th. Sammy 16th. Jeb Burton, 15th. Connor Zillage, 16th. 17th. Kyle Sieg, 8th. Daniel Dye, 9th. Harrison Burton, 20th. Jeremy Clements, 21st. Mason Massey, 22nd. Josh Balicki, 23rd. Blaine Perkins, 24th. Chris Wright, 25th. Carson Quavel, 26th. Matt DiBendetto, 27th. Joey Gase, 28th. Garrett Smithley, 29th. Nick Leitz, 30th. Greg Van Alst, 31st. Anthony Alfredo, 32nd. Ryan Ellis, 33rd. Thomas Anzuzada, 34th. Dawson Cram, 35th. Sheldon Creed, 36th. Austin Hill, 37th. Dean Thompson, 38th. Hold that thought for Xfinity. We had the Arca Menard series on Friday night.
I forgot all about the Arca Menard series. I mean, how can we forget about it being a Joe Gibbs weekend sweep?
Right? Whoops. It happens. It happens. All right, let's see. Race results. Brent Cruz takes the victory. If it wasn't for that late race caution, Brendan Queen would have went 2 for 2 on the season. Trayton Lapvik 13th, the stupidest name in motorsports. Lawless Allen 4th. LeVar Scott 5th. Cole Ross 6th. Thad Moffitt 7th. Star Rapoli 8th. Robbie Kinley 9th. Corey Day 11th. Trevor Huddle 13th. Janikowak 14th. He's an alumni of Motor Racing Podcast. Kyle Keller 15th. Cody Dennison 16th. 17th. Blake Lothan. Adrian Fear 18th. Tyler Reef 19th. Tim Veens 20th. Michael Maples 21st. Brayton Lester 22nd. Tim Monroe 23rd. Jake Boleman. Jonathan Raum 24th, 25th. Tony Costello from Mansfield, Ohio, 26th. Jason Kiltzmiller, 27th. From Morris, Illinois, my good buddy Alex Clubb finished 28th. He had some engine issues. David 9th. Brad Perez, 30th. Isa Robusto, 31st. And Vargas, 32nd. Another good friend of mine, Brad Smith, 33rd. And rounding out 34th, of Maliek was also the second car for Club Racing Inc. So overall, great racing for both the Xfinity and the Arca Menard. Our next race will be Talladega.
Well, depending on what you look at, you've got the Arca East Series opener. I think that's 2 weeks down in 2 weeks down in Pensacola.
5 Flags Speedway. Yep, 5 Flags. Yep. I would really, it'd be cool. It would be cool to see the Clash race there.
Nah. I like the clash at Bowman Gray, and I think that's where it belongs is Bowman Gray.
Because that was some. I'm not gonna lie, that was some great racing.
That was. I mean, also in ARCA
All right,
with ARCA news
the
while
main
we're in
event.
ARCA, Flat Rock Speedway repaved itself. Was repaved. One of the ARCA East
Really,
races.
Flat Rock in Michigan.
Yeah, Flat Rock, Michigan. That track was repaved. They shared a photo on Facebook today. I think it was either Facebook or Twitter of a nicely paved racetrack.
Oh wow!
So that should be when the East Series goes back up there this year. That should be a pretty good race. But all right, carry on.
Carrying on my way.
Keep your day job, buddy, please.
Supernatural Day. Huh?
Neither of us are going to be on American Idol anytime soon, so
Heck no. All right. You know, forget it. Christopher Bell goes back to back to back, beating out teammate Denny Hamlin, Kyle Larson third, Josh Berry, who is our 4-wide media driver of the race, and he is the first driver to win the Driver of the Race award twice. Chris Buescher 5th, William Byron 6th, Alex Bowman 7th, Kyle Busch 8th, Zane Smith 9th, Chase Elliott 10th. Austin Dillon, Joey Logano, John Hunter Nemechek, Ryan Priest, Ty Dillon, Todd Gilliland, Eric Top 20, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. 21st, Adrian Allmendinger 22nd, Daniel Suarez, Cody Ware, Ty Gibbs 25th, Noah Gragson 26th. Your Xfinity Fastest Lap award winner, Michael McDowell 27th, Ryan Blaney, Bubba Wallace 29th, Catherine Legg 30th, Shane Van Gisbergen 31st, Cole Custer 32nd, Brad Keselowski 33rd, Justin Haley 34th, Chase Briscoe 35th, Carson Hossa 6th, and Riley Herbst 37th.
you know, I'm
I
going to
only
go out
seen
on
the
a limb
ARCA
here.
race.
I'm going to go out on a limb. Everyone gave a lot of hate to Catherine Legg for that accident that Suarez was involved in with her. But for somebody that has never driven these cars, to me, I feel like she did a great job in learning the car and going. I mean, that probably could have been avoided. I mean, but if you go back and look at it, she did have it locked down. So she knew what she was doing. She tried to do everything. Just Suarez was in the wrong place at the wrong time when she slid up the track.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my 2 cents on that
True.
one.
Oh, yeah. So here's your entry list for Saturday's Xfinity Series race. I know I'm getting off topic. Well, it's not completed yet, so we're not going to do that. So these option tires, I like it.
It was good. I like what the tires did. for racing, giving you that option to run them. My thing is NASCAR wanted to run them to see as an option for Phoenix in the fall as just running that as the primary tire. I think the only way to make it work will be keeping them as an option tire, not as a full-time tire, only for the fact that if you do that, if you transfer it over to that tire for Phoenix, as you've seen, it still wasn't racing with one another. The only way there was any kind of racing with one another was going the option and having the primary. And I think that's the way to go for the championship race. As much as they don't want to, I mean, again, it's my opinion on it. Somebody else is going to have a totally different opinion, but it's just one of those things that's how I see it.
Yeah, and I mean, Formula One has 3 tires options. IndyCar has the Firestone Blacks, the Firestone Reds, and now NASCAR could have the Goodyear Yellows. I like it. I like that idea of different tire options because it can strategy. That way, tires are not blowing all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But of
And
course,
it's an even better strategy.
One small decision. What?
It'd be a better strategy if they brought that to every race.
Yeah. Especially Daytona and Talladega.
Well, I mean, Daytona and Talladega tires don't, in the speedways, the tires don't matter as much. Now, Atlanta with the 1.5 mile super speedway they've got going on there, it's been noticeable that the tires make a difference now. And a lot of that's just because that surface is starting to weather again. So it's literally starting to get like the Atlanta of old, surface wise.
Yeah. All right. So while we wrap this up, one day after the NASCAR Cup Series held its third event with 2 Goodyear tire choices. They're going to be having 3 drivers and teams, one from each Cup Series manufacturer, are set to participate in today, this afternoon, they participated in a tire test. It was Austin Dillon, Josh Berry, and Tyler Reddick. Let's talk point standings. Point standings. Yummy. All right. Let's not do that. You got the points, buddy?
Well, I mean, I've got the points right here in front of me unofficially after the Shriners Children's 500K out at Phoenix International. On top right now by 13 is Willie B. Overall, right now, Willie B is the overall leader in points, followed by Christopher Bell, Tyler Reddick, Ryan Blaney, Chase Elliott. Bowman the Showman is in 6th. Denny Hamlin 7th. Kyle Busch, great run going on right now for him. He's sitting in 8th. Joey Logano 9th. Chris Buescher is 10th. 11 through 20 looks like this. It's Kyle Larson, Bubba Wallace, John Hunter Nemechek, looking pretty good so far this season. Ricky Stenhouse, Michael McDowell, Ross Chastain, Todd Gilliland, Carson Hocevar, Eric Jones, and Chase Briscoe round out the top 20. Going 21 to 30, you've got Josh Berry, Shane Van Gisbergen, Ty Dillon, Ryan Preece, Austin Dillon, Zane Smith, Riley Herbst, AJ Allmendinger, Daniel Suarez, and Justin Haley in 30th. And then this is where it gets interesting since there's some part-timers involved here also. Noah Gregson, Austin Cindric in 32nd. Not the start to the season that Cindric has expected, and not really the start that you would expect from from the team either. And then sitting in 33rd, Brad Keselowski. It's been a rough start for Brad also. Same with Ty Gibbs in 34th and Cole Custer in 35th. They really, Cindric, Keselowski, and Gibbs, if they want to make something of this season, those teams need to start getting these cars pointed in the right direction because
well, Ty Gibbs' last 10 races has been 30th or worse.
Yeah, I mean, they need to figure something out over there quick because to stop the bleeding because this is not a good look for them right now. And then hanging strong in 36th right now is Jimmy Johnson. 37th, Cody Ware. 38th, Corey LaJoie. 39th, Catherine Legg. 40th, JJ Yaley. Cody Ware's in 37th right now. Jimmy Johnson's got more points than Cody Ware. And Jimmy's made 1 start to Cody's 4 starts. Great decision there by Rick.
What do we got for? All right, and what do we got for Xfinity? Talk to me.
Xfinity. Let me roll on over to some Xfinity Series points after the GovX 200. Sitting on top of the board by 2, leading by 2 points is Jesse Love, followed by Justin Allgaier, Sam Mayer, Austin Hill, and Sammy Smith is the top 5. 6 through 10, Sheldon Creed, Taylor Gray, Jeb Burton, Christian Eckes, and Ryan Sieg. Going 11th to 20th, you are looking at Eric Almirola, William Swalich, Harrison Burton, Connor Zilich, Josh Williams, Nick Sanchez, Carson Quaffle, Jeremy Clemens, Daniel Dye, and Brendan Jones. Going 21 to 30, Brendan Poole, Matt DiBenedetto, Blaine Perkins, Dean Thompson, Josh Balicki, Ryan Ellis, Leland Honeyman, Joey Gase, Anthony Alfredo, and Parker Retzloff. 31 to 40, Kyle C., Chris Wright, Jordan Anderson, Alex LeBay, Patrick Emmerling, Garrett Smithley, Caesar Baccarella, Mason Massey, Nick Leitz, and Ryan Truex. 41st to 49th, Greg Van Alst, Justin Bonsignori, CJ McLaughlin, Austin Green, Mason Maggio, Carson Ware, Sage Karam, Thomas Anzetta, and Dawson Cram. I'm surprised Chris Wright's so far up in points right now. It was a great points day.
Right.
It was a great points day for Parker Retzloff, who failed to qualify at COTA. He jumped 7 spots in the points this weekend up to 30th from 37th. So, I mean, kid's got talent. And Tommy Joe Martins came out and said in a hole that the whole team struggled out there at COTA, that they kind of didn't look towards that race, and it showed. So that's just, I think as long as Tommy Joe brings decent cars to the track, Parker Retzloff and Brennan Poole, they should seriously be able to go just keep moving forward in points and go from there. I think personally they just overreached going down to COTA because they had 3 cars. I think they're better suited as a 2-car team and go from there.
Mm-hmm. That's true. All right. Well, we crammed a lot in 40 minutes. Not bad. I say that's a record.
I mean, we could stretch it out longer if we have to. I mean, I've got a lot I could talk about right now.
Nah, we'll wait till our preview show on Thursday.
barring Restream lets us have that preview show, you know.
Yeah. But other than that, it's been fun talking about racing. Have a good rest of your night, and to our viewers, good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone. Thanks for joining in.
Wait till this thing